You can see Tess is jumping at the bit, so we're on our way. I'll see, she's taking me for the walk, and actually today is one of those sort of weird days where when you've done like a big walk, like I did on Saturday, and then also did some weights, it always seems to, you feel it, not necessarily the day after, because you do feel it a bit the day after, but it seems to be like the day after that it really, you get it. And so feeling like a tad achy today, and when I think about that, this morning, I got out of bed, didn't really sort of fancy doing my normal stretches, and I thought I'd do some half press ups as well as some planks, and that's when you have to almost not listen to that voice that's in your head and ignore it, and then just get on with it. And because you listen too much, you end up going downstairs having a cup of tea and just not doing it. And actually as soon as you start doing it, you feel loads better. It just eases everything up, and which is what you want. And actually once you get into it, you do get energized, and going for this walk will also help energy levels. Actually, surprisingly enough, also got a bouncer, which I'll go on, and that helps. Or even I just like jump up and down on the spot. I mean, obviously it's not something you can do in an office, not unless you're in the leisure industry or fitness industry. It'd be a bit strange to do that in your office, but it'd be cool though, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that was kind of start off today, and lovely little spot in there. I wonder at some stage whether they might build on it, even though I think it's part of the floodplain around here. But it's like really nice how everything is really like growing. It's sort of seems very green here at the moment, and which is good. The other thing is, when you're aiming to do something, you have to be able to track it. And last week we had the children off school, so they're not really children, they're like young people, I would say, off school. Abe's in the middle of exams, it's I've got a bit of a diversion there. So my week, in terms of like my normal routine when everyone's doing their thing, whether it's at school, going to work, was a bit thrown out. And I did keep up most of the routine. I did my walking. I did do my weights, probably not 3 times a week, which I'll try and do. And so, going back to the point is, you do need to just check things. And so the weekly weigh-in is, sometimes I try and cheat and leave it to the Tuesday to allow anything that I might have done over the weekend, give it a day's grace to work its way out of the system. And went on the scales this morning, and it was okay. It was I didn't go down, didn't go up either. So you have those weeks where not a lot's happening, and as long as you've been reasonably good in terms of your routine, kept up those habits, and you're gonna you can't be at it all the time, and the part of that is your body does need some recovery time. And I'm not the young man, but even when I was in my like 20s and 30s, possibly even younger, if you did something, active, you would feel it, and I think that's the natural course of it. And so, sometimes there's a bit of resistance to, potentially even a reason to say, oh, actually it hurts too much, I'm not going to do it. But actually, coming back to that resistance thing, it's just like learning. There's always a little bit of a resistance to do things. But I think what I learned or read a little while back and heard is, that's your body also creating a bit of myelin, which is a little bit of resistance. And when things are hard, that's the myelin kicking in. It's just a case of persevering and and doing it, and you do see the benefits. And so definitely keep at it, measure what you're doing. I'm going to sign off here so I can enjoy the rest of the village and the walk, and I'm going to wish you a fantastic day. Take care now.